Hi folks, this is Dino Bob welcoming you to a new park. This time we're going to jump into the big changes that came with update 15 of early access. Lots of things have changed. The devs have changed prices, they've added new stuff, all kinds of things. We'll start first with the new game. I selected the Costa Rica map because I wanted a tropical map and the tropical theme for the same reason. And I searched to find 3 animals so I could have one from each of the periods of the Mesozoic. They're all relatively easy to build for, and they have similar security requirements. All good things for a beginning park. As you can see, I brought several of the starting buildings over. I eliminated the entrance, but the functional buildings I brought over to this portion of the map, away from where the game usually starts you off, near this water feature, because I wanted to have a water arrival for the guests, and this seemed a way to get it. At the beach here, I want to set the park entrance up, and because I'm unsure of how the new economy is going to affect things, my plan is to be strategic about when I do things and how much I do at any given time. Now, to be fair, I actually already ran a bunch of runs at this park idea before doing the stuff I'm recording here to show you. So I've laid out the basic floor plan for that entrance building and put the people generator in, and now I'm playing with the terrain to basically create a higher ground level to deal with the fact that this river might get higher on occasions. But I'm not changing all the terrain I could change. Just the very edge there where it will be most obvious, and also set that level for me so I can do it later in the game, because terrain costs now if you want to change it. So I've started putting a little bit of path in there, and I've set this central circle. It's a circulator, obviously enough, and I need to put in 1 animal. So my choice of this platform is informed by part of my plans for what will follow on in the future. Like I said, I'm trying to keep everything simple, and there will be upgrades as we go along to various features that you're seeing in this video and probably some of the other early first videos, until the park gets a stable economy. I really don't like taking loans, and even though the devs have improved that, I still don't like taking loans. Try to do it without that. So a simple platform here, which is going to change its nature a bit in the future. And a simple set of fencing. I decided to go with modern fencing, the basic stuff, I mean, that the game starts with. Or did I put the tropical in there? It's really hard to tell from this distance, isn't it? Anyway, get rid of plants and set the ground cover to a single form, in part so I can get a better look at things. Big jump here. I've used the brushes, put in plants, put in stuff, and I've actually put in the first animal, I think. Yep, I have. And the trick here on this frugal system is to not put in full-grown animals. Put in the little guys. They cost a lot less, and they will also have a dividend down the road, because they will reach milestones in the park as they grow older, which makes them more attractive, and therefore you get more guests out of them. A big important goal. So I'm checking the guests are all more or less happy with what's happening so far. That need for them being happy is always there, but they seem to be a lot easier to please now. So that's a look at the early stage exhibit. I haven't put in the care building at this point. The animals seem to be decently happy. The park seems to be doing decently well. And even with these small animals, I'm at about half a star or more. So the usual rush to get to that first star is starting to look like it's not going to be that extreme. And such a struggle to get through that point without going bankrupt or losing one's headway. And now, since it is in such decent shape, it's time to trick out that entrance building a little bit more. Start by setting up the pathway here, the main pathway. You can see there's a dock off this now, and I want to support underneath the guest generator so the guests don't fall through it, and then lead them out into that passageway. And the next step is to build a wall panel block, and which I will then duplicate and move around to create the bulk of the building. There will be editing to it in the future, but I wanted to get this building going. Some of the trick there is getting enough clearance above that entrance arch, and getting the colors to where I like it, and then having it all play with the rest of the wall. So I did that, and now to finish off the wall masterpiece, if you will, I want windows. So going for a tropical window, keeping them closed just for looks, I think. Having a guest standing there made it helpful to pick out a height for that. Since this building will not really be for show to the public, I wanted to not have the windows at a more typical window height, but enough to let light in when they're open, and not have everyone necessarily staring in the windows all the time. Also to keep our staff from being distracted by the guests going by all the time. So I wanted to add a top plate and a sill for the windows, and I'm obviously not noticing that right-hand window isn't straight. So I'm going to correct the other window, which has its plates, and I think I'm going to get rid of that second window and then duplicate it. Yep, that's what I did. All right. So that gives me my basis pieces, except for that separator between the planks and the palm leaf panel. And that's it. So it's time to duplicate it and move it around to cover the various parts of the building. The other thing I wanted to get in is the columns that will be around the platform. And I needed to know their height and how the roof would interplay with the main building walls. And that tells me the height of the column, which you just saw me adjust. Having done that, I can duplicate that column around using the grid and the line to corners, and get them in all the way around, and put in the veranda roof all the way around, and then do the end pieces for the upper part of the roof area. The idea is this is going to be simple. It's not going to have a lot of interior detail because guests are not going to be going into the two parts that don't generate them. And then I can put the steeper roof, very tropical feature there, as a place to get heat up into, and duplicate the pieces across to complete it. And the other part I wanted to get done was to get the railings on the platform. As you can see, I'm using the bamboo barrier piece. and then overlaying them, which creates a bit of a pattern for a visual interest. And I did a short run and a long run, sort of a 4 meter and an 8 meter block. And I can duplicate those around the building where I want the railing to be and not have to fuss with them each time. So that's what you're seeing happening now. This bit that I've been doing is not the whole of the what I want to do with this building, but it's enough to satisfy my need to have an actual building here. Well, except for the sign, of course. I'll come back again as part of that frugality and saving money to do some stuff later. And so I wanted to get a sign up with the park name, and the name will also say something about what some of the idea is going to be for this park. I won't have you sit through all the letter manipulations. We'll just cut to a little bit of a look at the final sign. So welcome to Melee Station Paleoreserve. As a paleoreserve, I expect the habitats will be much bigger than the minimum, and some of them quite a bit bigger, and so a little bit different from a zoo. The first few exhibits won't quite speak to that, particularly in this early frugal stage, but we got to get started somewhere. So on to the next bit, which is research, which means the research center is finally needed. I waited till now to put it in because I wanted money starting to come in from having guests, and guests don't come till you have an animal. So rather than having the upkeep for the park buildings while they weren't functional for me, or spending the money on research. Research has gotten a lot more expensive, and there's a lot more things to research. So I'm going to start frugally. Yeah, that's getting to be a broken record with that, right? But I wanted to get male animals in because this is also the breeding update, and we can't ignore that. So the first research item will be the male animals. So here's what we accomplished today, and a little bit more. There's a building in the back of the habitat, as you can see there. And scroll across, you'll see some of the guest facilities that I popped in while you weren't looking, and a little bit of landscaping around the entrance, because I just can't stand it when things don't look good, even though I'm having to do that for the facilities for the guests. Well, that's it for me today. Hope you enjoyed it. You know the drill. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in another video next week. Bye now.